Hello, I'm doing a video here. This is in reaction to the 10, all 10 animated movies releasing after Lightyear. Now, Lightyear's a big can of worms, for three major reasons. Number one, the backlash behind the same-sex kiss scene that got removed and put back. There's backlash on both ends. Backlash from the LGBT community for them removing it in the first place, and backlash from the parent groups for putting it back in. So it's kind of a thing. I don't know why it's a thing. We should just ignore it and move on, but okay. Also, backlash against the recasting of Tim Allen as, I want to say Tim Allen? I could be remembering that wrong. Yeah, Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear. Now, personally, I don't have a problem with the recast. This is how I look at it. Lightyear is telling the story of Buzz Lightyear, the actual astronaut that the toys are based on. So his life story is what inspired the toys and therefore the actions in Toy Story. But that's just me. That's my personal opinion. I haven't seen Lightyear. I'm waiting till it comes to Disney Plus because I'm, for the most part, not willing to go see a Disney movie in theaters anymore at the moment because I have Disney Plus, so I'll just wait because it's cheaper for me to wait. Also, kind of don't like the fact that they chose Lightyear to come to theaters and not something really good like Luca or Soul or Turning Red. Actually, I was more pissed about Turning Red not coming to theaters. I mean, I got to watch it either way because, like I said, Disney Plus. But I got pissed because I really wanted to see it in theaters and had the whole sitting in the movie theater experience for it. So, but that's just me. Now, I will admit, though, that I can understand why most of the Pixar films are being relegated sans Lightyear to Disney Plus. They're, with COVID being the way it is and fluctuating so much, my guess is Disney is choosing the main studio films to be out in like theaters because it's probably cheaper for them. And the same thing goes for like the Marvel movies. It's probably why the Marvel movies are more likely to end up in theaters as opposed to Disney Plus originals, with of course the exception being Black Widow. Which, side note, I do not stand with Scarlett Johansson on that matter. But that's only because I don't personally think there's an issue with what Disney did. But the only reason I don't have an issue with it is because I don't know. Well, first of all, I'm not good at details, so I don't know if what they were doing is illegal or legal or not. So I don't want to dig into that because if I start digging into that rabbit hole, or should I say mouse hole? Let's say mouse hole. If I continue to dig down that mouse hole, I'll probably screw myself over because it'll get complicated and give me a headache. Alright, so after the launch of Lightyear, Disney has 10 upcoming animated movies releasing next from Pixar, Disney, and 20th Century Fox in theaters and on Disney Plus. Okay. See, there are a lot of Disney animated movies releasing after Lightyear, coming from Walt Disney Animation Studios, 20th Century Animation, and Pixar. Right. The Mouse House has long been synonymous with animated movie industry, and even as IP franchises, the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Star Wars become bigger focuses. Which, okay, here's my thing here. I don't like that. We should ignore Star Wars as a franchise. Sorry, Star Wars fans, but Disney shouldn't be doing anything with Star Wars. And allow me to explain why. When Disney does Star Wars, with the exception of like The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, they don't treat it badly, but personally, I don't think they should be touching Star Wars too much. They should be doing stuff, but they shouldn't have made a whole entire Star Wars themed hotel and like section of the park. That kind of bothers me, because that's not what the parks were supposed to be. It was supposed to be Disney showing off their own personal properties they made, making a theme park around that. just like Marvel. Same problem. Although I will give them leeway for Marvel stuff, but that's only because Marvel is kind of a gray area because like there's good stuff, there's bad stuff, and also they do actually make a lot of the Marvel like um they did always have a good handle when it came to dealing with like Marvel stuff. So yes. Okay. And of course the IP franchises. Now it bothers me when they stick the franchises they own in places they shouldn't be. I'll give you a prime example. It's a Small World. That gets covered in Disney characters. And I don't like that because it takes away from Mary Blair's original vision. And for those of you who don't know who Mary Blair is, don't know who Mary Blair is, she's a very famous female Disney artist. Like, very famous. Um, because I could be remembering this fact wrong. So, any Disney historians or Disney buffs, feel free to correct me. But she was one of the only female Disney animators slash background artists to actually get proper filming credit, and the only one that actually got to leave the U.S. on one of their little expeditions. I'm calling it an expedition. I don't think it was actually an expedition, but back during World War II times, they actually went on a trip to South America as a goodwill tour, and that's actually how we got Saludos Amigos and The Three Caballeros, both of which are amazing movies, and they're part of what's known as the package era. The package era, if y'all don't know, is basically the era of Disney films that basically feel like they took their shorts that they would make for before the movie and clumped them together. Like a prime example of this is, like I said, Saludos. Well, I wouldn't say Saludos Amigos, because that one actually does have a coherent story. And same thing with Three Caballeros. It's still considered a package film, but it does have a cohesive story it's trying to tell. So I guess another good example would be like Melody Time or Make My Music. There's another one like that I can't think of. And of course Fantasia, but Fantasia is okay. I think Fantasia is considered a package film, sort of, not really, because like they're all different little pieces of. Well, that's just basically a big clump of artist barf. I'm calling it artist barf because it's like they just basically threw up their creativity all over the movie screen, and it's amazing. If you've never seen Fantasia, watch it. Also watch the sequel. And also watch Destino. What I would suggest you do if you have all day, and I say all day because it's a long movie, but Fantasia, then Destino, because there's actually a story behind Destino, and I would like to actually cover the story of that short at some point, but we will not be covering that now. Rolling around. Okay, debuting in right. We're gonna skip all that stuff. Okay, let's see. Okay. Lightyear marks the first Pixar movie to release exclusively in this format since before the the Big C. Okay, Soul, Luca, and Turning Red all had their theatrical releases plans scrapped in favor of exclusive releases on Disney Plus. Which again, Turning Red, that kind of pissed me off about that one. Luca, I kind of could understand, and like Soul, because like, okay, Soul actually was coming out right when COVID actually happened, so that one makes sense. And same thing with Luca. Luca was like in the middle of it, but Turning Red was kind of like they had the posters for it to be in theaters and everything, and it was set up for theaters, and then they just was like, yeah, no. Like, that's why I'm kind of angry about it, because they advertised it as if it was going to be in theaters, planned for it to be in theaters, gave them the movie theater posters, and then they said no. Okay. The backing of the Toy Story franchise. Aha! That's why. That's just like I thought. Well, See, I already knew that, but we're gonna skip ahead to that point. Uh, so it had a bleh, previously established franchise behind it, and I hate when companies are like, "Well, everybody knows this story. We'll share this story instead." The original ideas have to go on the back burner or get put somewhere where they're harder to watch. Yeah, please don't do that. The original content should go first. And I personally, if I was in charge of Disney and Pixar, I would put the original content in theaters, and anything like Lightyear would go in the actually Disney Plus exclusive, strictly because it's already something that we know and love. Because that would make people want to go to Disney Plus. But Turning Red, that was actually really good. That should have been in theaters. It was like, hello, Poor Town, anyone? Okay, right. Oh, of course, we're talking about. Let's see. Lightyear marks the fourth major Disney animated movie of 2022 to come out. With three animation studios, Pixar's Turning Red kicked off the year. Yes, it did. Okay, and with Disney Animation Studios, let's see, was then involved in the CGI live-action hybrid Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers reboot. Okay, Rescue Rangers movie. Haven't seen it. I'm covering it regardless of what Iron Zebra decides to do. Also, the Bob's Burgers movie. There's a couple of reasons I'm not touching that. Number one, Bob's Burgers leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Number two, I'm not gonna cover it because it's considered technically an adult cartoon, and personally, except for maybe Simpsons and maybe I might cover Futurama, but I don't know. I'm gonna try not to cover the Simpsons because I don't want to step on the Simpsons theory's thunder and kind of get in her turf. That's Lydia's turf, not my turf. I'm not gonna mess with it. But Futurama, yes, I want to talk about it. King of the Hill, I definitely want to talk about because King of the Hill is funny. I might try to figure out how to do that. Okay, but yeah, so I'm not covering the Bob's Burgers movie, I should say, for that kind of reason. Because I don't hate adult animation, quite the opposite. But unless it's really, really good or tame adult animation, it has to be one of those two things. Either if it's something like Rick and Morty where it's really, really good, but it's also dirty, sure, but it's good, but the goodness outweighs the dirtiness, I would cover it. Or like in the case of King of the Hill, it's super tame. And like when I say tame, I don't mean like, oh, let little 2-year-old Jimmy watch it. No, I mean like tame as in compared to Rick and Morty, it's basically rated G. It's not, but close enough. Okay, Strange World. Let's see here. Okay, first movie after Lightyear, Walt Disney Animation Studios, Strange World. Directed by Big Hero 6's Don Hall, the upcoming Disney animated movie follows the Clades, I'm probably saying that wrong, a legendary family of explorers. Ooh, Jake Gyllenhaal voices the main character, Searcher Clade. Other Strange World cast members include Dennis Quaid, probably spelling that wrong, Jabuki Young White, probably said that wrong too. Gabriel Union? Gabriel? Okay, we're gonna say Gabriel. Sorry, Gabriel and Lucy Liu. Okay, out of all these people, the only people that I've actually heard of is Lucy Liu, because I think she might be the figure skater, maybe. I can't remember exactly. I know her name from somewhere, and Jake Gyllenhaal. Okay. Of course, the Night at the Museum movie, we're not going to even dignify that with a response. Let's move right along. Because I don't hate the Night at the Museum movies. I just refuse to talk about it because it's not going to be as good, strictly because of the untimely, unpleasant removal of Robin Williams from this earth. That's why I actually refuse to talk about that movie, because those movies are great, but they're not going to be as good, so therefore I will not watch. And we're skipping Diary of a Wimpy Kid because, okay, well, I will say this. The fact that they actually attempted to do a remake thing following like the art style of the book, which I refuse to read Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Don't ever ask me to. Yes, I know it's for younger people, but I like young people books, and I will not ever touch that with a 10-foot pole, ever. I think it's ridiculous. Um, like, okay, because, like, there's actually a better book series that's similar to this. If you really want to try this, there's one, like, try Judy B. Jones or something else. Like, there's better options out there. Um, but also, the other reason I'm not going to even dignify this with really much of a response or reading it, because it's not really worth it. Alright, Untitled Carlos Lopez Estrada. Estrada movie. Okay, let's see. So, the Raya and the Last Dragon's co-director is confirmed to be working on another animated movie for Disney. What details are not yet confirmed. Okay, I hate, not the movie, okay? This is not what I'm mad at. I hate when they say there's a movie coming and they don't give you the title and they don't give you plot details. I know NDAs are a thing, and I'm well aware that, and recently because of the stuff concerning Hell of a Boss, I've actually learned that NDAs are actually a safety measure, not just for the creator, but it's also to protect the voice actors, and also mostly, to protect themselves, because if people will harass them and there's danger involved. So in the beginning, I was like, excuse me, share everything or don't share anything. But then I realized NDAs are kind of essential for their livelihoods and to keep them from getting harassed and stalked. So I'm okay with that. Okay, Eternal. Now I have Elemental. I mean, I've seen stuff for this, and it's basically it's Soul, or it's basically Soul and Inside Out all over again. That's not a bad thing, actually. It's a good thing, because I like movies like that. It's cute. Okay, the next Pixar movie after Lightyear has long been a mystery, but Disney finally revealed details about Elemental in 2022. The movie is directed by Peter Sohn. Uh-oh. He previously directed The Good Dinosaur. Written for a piece of meh. I don't hate The Good Dinosaur. I like The Good Dinosaur, but it's meh. It's not bad, but it's not good. Because I've seen worse. But I've also seen better. So moving right along. Let's see. He also voiced. Oh, yes, he voiced Socks. Oh, cute. Son's new movie Elemental is set in a city where the people made of fire, earth, and air, and their water elements live together. Okay. The story revolves around a fiery young woman and a go-with-the-flow guy. They discover they aren't so different. Okay, of course, as usual, no voice actors. Okay, exclusively in theaters. Yay, but also 2023, so who knows. Oh, again, two untitled Pixar films. Ick. Let's see. Okay, let's go through this slightly. Some sequel possibilities include Toy Story 5. Oh, hell no. Pardon my French, but I refuse. If Toy Story 5 comes out, I'm gonna be angry. Toy Story 3 was a good ending. But Toy Story 4 was also a good ending as well. So for the people that are anti-Toy Story 4, let me give you a bit of a thing. Toy Story 4 is great. I like... See, the Toy Story 3 works if... Toy Story 4 is not something you need... you can just stop at Toy Story 3 and the story's over with and you're fine. Toy Story 4 adds to the story and gives you the option of, like, seeing what Woody decides to do. And to be honest, Woody deciding to do what he did, no spoilers here, because, like, oh, it was amazing. And I remember the day I saw it in theaters, because I actually went to theaters to see it in IMAX. And I purposely, because I got a gift card from Grandmama Puzzled Skunk and Grandpappy Puzzled Skunk for Christmas or my birthday. I think it was my birthday. Was it my birthday? Yeah, I think it might have been my birthday. But I went to the local bougie movie theater. And I'm calling it bougie because if y'all know anything, we have 2 movie theaters in our area. We have an AMC. Okay, well, backtrack. Technically, we have 3. We have one that's like the artsy movie theater, which I'm not naming because I don't know if they have other locations besides our one here in my town, so I can't name it for location reasons. We have an AMC, and we have a Grand. Now, I'm calling the Grand the bougie one because it's got the really nice seats. Now, of course, our AMC has the really nice seats now, but the ones at the Grand are slightly larger. Anywho, so yeah, so I went to go see Annabelle. Was it Annabelle Comes Home? I think that's what it is. But yeah, we're gonna say that one because I can't remember. I think it was Annabelle Comes Home. So I went to see Annabelle Comes Home, which was a good movie, and and then I went to actually see Toy Story right after that. It's kind of a good thing because if I'd only gone to see Annabelle, like, but actually, like, normally I don't spook easily when it comes to horror movies, but that movie was like so good that I nearly spilt my hot dog on the floor. Yeah, well, that's something else you should know about Puzzle Skunk. Uh, Puzzle Skunk does not eat a lot of popcorn, and in fact will only get popcorn if someone else Puzzle Skunk is going with wants popcorn. So, like when Iron Zebra and I go to the movies, uh, Puzzle Skunk usually sneaks in their own snacks. Like I bring us each a bag. Normally, my movie sneak-in snack regimen is each of us get a bag of bubble gum, each of us get a bag of Hershey Kisses, each of us get if I can get small bags of chips, each of us get a small bag of chips. Um, the only thing I buy at a movie theater is the drink because you can't really sneak drinks in. Now, when I Puzzle Skunk went with her gay best friend, and yes, I'm calling him the gay best friend, because I'm not going to use his name because, again, privacy reasons, but also because, like, he literally is gay best friend. Like, because him and his husband have actually hung out a couple of times, and he's so cute. Gay best friend, you know who you are. Thank you so much for that. Although I have to admit, when we saw the Crocodile movie, that was kind of bad. Same thing with the Chucky movie, but he was fun just hanging out. Anyways, so they actually taught me how to do the sneaking in snacks and bringing your own drink junk. I don't do the drink thing. I buy my own drinks. I will not sneak in a drink. Theaters, you have nothing to fear from me bringing in drinks, because I will never do that. Snacks, on the other hand, yes, like because sometimes they don't have snacks I like. Like I don't do popcorn and a lot of candy. I mean, I do candy, but y'all don't ever have like Hershey bars. Y'all always have that gross junk. So yeah, that's why I bring my own. Also because like I want to have potato chips, not popcorn. The closest thing they have to that is like nachos, and I don't like nachos because nachos are messy. And plus, years ago, I made the mistake. Went with my cousin and my uncle, and we went to go see March of the Penguins. And I actually got some nacho cheese on my jacket, and I vowed never to get nachos again. Unless I could get them without the cheese, because I really just like the chips. Anyways, okay. Turning Red 2, which I really want to see that being a thing. Luca 2, okay. Yes. Okay. Luca 2 should be a thing. I really would like a sequel to Luca and Turning Red. Also, I would very much also like to point out, I know that the creator said that Luca isn't about a boy trying to identify his sexuality and identify that he might be gay, but that's the themes that I see. And my guess, I don't know if he's saying that because it's, his movie, he adamantly says no, or if he's saying that because he has to say that. Because sometimes people get told they have to say certain things because, well, bureaucracy, oh no. They're making a third Rio. They're making a third Rio. Oh no. No. I'm sorry. Moment of silence for everyone who actually had to sit through Rio and Rio 2 because they thought it would be good in the theaters, or because they had little kids that wanted to see the talking birds. Moment of silence over. I, I, I don't hate Rio. Okay, well, okay, I do, but like I don't hate it. I hate it, but I don't hate it as bad as some people. So there's actually worse movies out there than Rio, but like the reason I hate it is because it's like it's not good. It's not. No, no, it's horrible. Eh, let's see. Let's read some junk. Okay. Let's see. Hecht is writing the Rio script. No story details have been revealed. Okay, Pluto Disney Plus was also in early development on a Rio spinoff for Jamie Foxx, Lamb's characters. Uh-oh. I don't know if that's going to be any good. Oh well. Skipping ahead. Oh no. No, not more Ice Age. Oh god. Okay. Hot take. Ice Age is just about as old as I am. I remember when the movies first came out, and it used to be on TV, and it was like, oh look, Ray Romano's playing a big, cuddly, woolly mammoth thing. Yay. And then Ice Age 2 came out, and then it was just like, okay, yeah. And then 3, and it was like, okay. Then it was 4, and it was like, yeah. Then 5, and then 6, and now there's this. I'm not, yeah. Ice Age should have been a singular film by itself. It shouldn't have been anything more. It should have just been them taking the baby back to the humans, and that was it. And maybe Sid should have his own movie, but Sid and only two good things were Sid and Scrat. Scrat because the whole nut thing was hilarious, and Sid because, well, it's Sid. So we're just gonna. But let's see. Okay, following the release of Ice Age Adventures of Buckwild on Disney Plus in 2022, Disney's animated plans also seemingly include a seventh Ice Age film, Ick. He's also responsible for writing the script for okay. It's not known if the seventh installment of the franchise will return to the original characters like Manfred. I cannot remember who Manfred is, but I'm assuming he's the Ray Romano woolly mammoth. So we're just gonna say Romano mammoth. Okay, Sid, of course, the sloth, and Diego, the saber-tooth tiger. Considering the franchise relationships with the Buckwild, chapter in the series could continue focusing on Buckwild, Crash, and Eddie. Interesting, maybe. Ooh! Okay, Family Guy movie, finally! I'm surprised Family Guy hadn't had a movie before then. Although it would make sense to wait till Disney acquired Fox for them to make the movie, because then they could get away with more stuff. And plus, I also kind of could see maybe they chose to wait to, because, like, okay, Seth MacFarlane seems to have a love-hate relationship with 20th Century Fox for some reason. I'm not sure why exactly. Ooh, there might be a, okay, let's see. Okay, so yes. Now, of course, they mentioned the Bob's Burgers movie. I refuse to watch that, even if it comes to Disney Plus. I will not give it a watch. Well, rephrase that. I won't give it a watch unless Iron Zebra asks me to watch. And of course, the Simpsons movie. Okay, my quick little opinion on the Simpsons movie. It's garbage. It's not like don't watch it garbage. It's like guilty pleasure garbage, but it's also guilty pleasure garbage. It's like a once a year thing, maybe twice, but no more than twice a year. So yes, I cannot wait to see that. Is that the last one? Yes, that is the last one. Okay. Also, side note, for any of you who do not know, there is already a technical Lightyear origin story thing, which is like Buzz Lightyear Star Command, but like I think part of the reason Disney wants to distance themselves from it is because I guess they didn't like it. I don't actually know. But regardless, there you go. Oh, and by the way, if y'all have Disney Plus, tonight at 9, I was actually going to watch the live streaming of this, but I'm probably not going to. And even if you aren't going to actually see this tonight, like, it'll be after the fact, I just realized. But, at 9 o'clock, they're doing the live Epcot light show thingamajigger. So it should actually be on there later. I'm going to catch it after the fact. I'm not gonna watch it live because I can't watch it live because I have more important things to do. Yeah. So that I will see you all in the next video. Yeah, bye bye.